Yo, what's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy, Agent Matthews, man. We're here back with another episode of Black Hollywood, man. We are live on iHeartradio, Spotify, Apple Music, man. We got a lot going on, man. This episode is going to be a little bit more in-depth, a little bit laid back, but I would say, everybody that you meet, they don't have to be, let's say, superstars or on a certain level to where, let's just put it like this. I have an individual here. He's a very deep person. You feel me? Got some dreams, goals, and ambitions. He has a story to tell. And I think if people listen to this man's story, I think that it may inspire you. You know what I'm saying? It may teach you something as well, too. There's just dope people in the world. With that being said, I do have my special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
He is I and I is he, King Premium. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, another day, another dollar, another opportunity to make something happen and make your presence felt. You heard me? So we here.
Most definitely. So, first off, let's start off with your name, man. You know what I'm saying? How did you get your name?
Funny story. All right, so he jumped right into it for one of the topics.
Oh yeah, we're gonna jump right into it, man. Listen, we got time.
Yeah, so I worked at a barbershop for about 10 plus years. So I was working there. One of the clients, shout out to you, Corey. Shout out to you, Corey. So the old man, one of the guys I used to work with, he like a father figure. We'll get into that a little later, whatever. But he was always selling stuff. Right. Always hustling. Always had like a niche just to hustle and get stuff off. So he was he was at the shop and he was selling some apples. And he got his wife to make the apples, and it was dipped in some like chocolate or whatever. So his sales pitch was like, "Man, this shit is fucking." Can I cuss?
Go ahead.
He was like, "Man, this shit is fucking premium." Right. Man, I swear to God, man, this shit is fucking premium, man. You gotta buy these fucking apples. He was selling the shit out these apples, right? And he was like, "Man, these Granny Smiths. Man, you gotta get these fucking apples, man." So we started making a joke out of it. So every time the client would come, he'd be like, "Hey, yo, everything premium. Right. Everything is premium." And I was like, I kind of like that.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Everything is premium. Right. I'm the king of this premium shit. You know what? And then I just kind of rolled with it. And it just kind of came with the King Premium.
That's what's up.
So yeah.
Yeah, premium. Top notch quality.
Yeah, top notch quality. So yeah, as the name went, it started as a joke. Right. And then
most definitely. Can you hear me? Yeah, he's gonna come in and join the conversation. Okay.
So it started off as a joke, but then after that, it kind of became like a realistic thing, and it kind of became a moment of my name becoming who I was. Like it was more fitting to where I was kind of developing into in life, and it kind of got more respected on people actually addressing me as King. Ended up going through a whole transition of I definitely don't want to come here to get all super religious.
Nah, not good.
And you know what I'm saying? Because what I believe in is not a religion, it's a culture. Right. But being a 5%er, it just kind of changed me. So a lot of times within the Muslim society, there's a name change. You feel what I'm saying? Now I'm not NOI, that's Nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? That's where you may see the suits with the bow ties and so forth and so forth. Neither am I Muslim in the sense to where you may see the Middle Easterns respectfully with fully clothed with three quarters of their body covered, and a lot of the times they end up doing that because they want their women. It's like a representation of the earth, and 3/4 of the earth is covered in water. You feel what I'm saying? And a woman's womb is water, so you actually are baptized through your Wayne. Wait. Okay. Listen. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, so this is the interview, all right? You might have to run it back maybe 3-4 times. Listen, no. Hold on. We got another special guest that just walked in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now this individual is deep on another level too. All right. So you got some strong men in this building talking about something. You feel me? So Cho, go ahead and let the people know who you are, what you got going on. Is he ready? Is his mic on?
Peace, God. Peace.
Yeah, what's up with you, brother?
Sorry, I'm late.
You good?
But you never late when you're walking in purpose.
Most definitely.
I was engaging in the conversation that I was having. But I'm
Yeah.
show, do music, I do everything. Dance.
Most definitely.
Marco, Travis Porter,
There we
bunch
go.
of people. Yeah, so
There
I'm
we
out
go.
here.
Yeah.
I ain't new to this.
Most definitely. And then just go ahead and give them that rundown one more time so that way the mic can pick up real quick.
Oh, okay. We good?
Yeah, you good. Go ahead.
I'm Chocho. I do music with a lot of people. But besides music, I do acting, dancing, whatever you want to do. If it got a dollar on it, I could do it.
Most definitely.
But now we chase purpose, so it
Most
gotta
definitely.
make sense.
Most definitely. And I see you, you looking like a little,
Yeah, man. We dressed to impress you, dig?
You know what I'm saying? That's what's
For
up.
real.
That's what's up. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Like, so for both of you guys, since you guys are, men of morals and character and things of that nature, like what, you guys can take turns on it. You know what I mean? What about your upbringing did you have to overcome to be who you guys are today?
I'm gonna let him go first, because I definitely gotta say I appreciate. He's the reason that I'm even up here, ladies and gentlemen. So for him alley-ooping this thing to me, he definitely gotta. I go ahead and throw him that to go ahead and take off, homie. Do your thing.
Facts. Hey, one thing I heard when people in your life and they meant to be in your life, it's not gonna be hard. Like the conversations ain't gonna clash. It gonna all flow. I'm a man. I'm spiritual. I'm deep. I trust BG, the Most High God.
Right.
He not, but we still. When we had our first conversation, we connected.
Right.
And I don't believe what he believed. He
Right.
don't believe what I. But we both believe in something. We know.
Exactly.
Like that's knowledge. But my upbringing. Why we're gonna be here all day.
Nah, man, bro. Go ahead and tell your story, bro.
But all right,
Yeah.
so I'm from the east side of Atlanta. I grew up from County Road all the way to Covington, east side. I grew up in the hood. My mama had me at a young age, so when she was still in school, I was still, you know what I mean? I can get away with a lot of stuff.
Right.
So when she moved to the country, I ended up leaving the hood and I met these Team Flight. Y'all probably know Six, his name ain't Six Black, it's Black.
Right.
But we started rapping together. We started a group. We got signed to a couple of different people.
Right.
With Flow Rider being one on. After the Flow Rider, I came back to Atlanta. That didn't work out. They wanted us to make pop music. So then I started branching out. That's when I became independent, and so I could do it myself.
Right.
So ever since then, it just been up.
Right.
And then I got off course because I was making the music, but then I started seeing I fell for worldly things, like gangs, cars, girls, money, what every young nigga.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So other than that, this just happened now. So
Most definitely.
now I believe in God, but that just happened this year.
Most definitely.
Like last year, but you ain't finna hear me say nothing about no God. You hear me talk about a perk or something.
Right.
I don't smoke weed. I used to when I was growing up, but now it make me paranoid.
Most definitely.
So
yeah.
I can't smoke no
And
weed.
I just gotta say this too, cause like sometimes like when you go through life and you ain't never really had or been around the riches and things of that nature, sometimes you kind of indulge, you know what I'm saying, and kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit, you know what I mean. And then sometimes it just takes you time to get back on track with your purpose, you know what I'm saying, and where you need to be. And I feel like that's a good place to be at, you know what I'm saying. For you, you've been around some of the most successful, some of the big names, you done dealt with a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying, and cars and girls and all of those things. So you done had those experiences.
Boy, what? Yeah. And one thing about all that, like once it was gone, God had to humble me.
Right.
I thought nobody couldn't touch me or nothing.
Right.
But then I ended up getting shot in 2018.
Right.
Sued Midtown Bowling Alley.
Right.
I sued him, ended up winning $300,000. I say this probably in 2020. 2 years I blew through not only the $300,000 I won, all the scamming money. all the scamming money, boy. I'm talking about we were going crazy. Everything was out of PN. You know what I mean? So Boy, what? I was looking at myself like, boy, I'm looking at myself in the mirror like, boy, you goofy. I was just telling my girl on the way up here, I was like, it's crazy because my homeboys started dying.
Right.
Everybody started, like, my grandma died, and my best friend died, and my cousin died. Everybody was just dying.
Right.
I was on drugs.
Right.
And I was like, man, this can't be life. Like, I gave up on myself.
Most definitely.
Like, for real, I gave up on myself. I thought, like, shoot, I tried to take myself out, overdose.
You see that camera right there?
I tried to take myself out, overdose. But I guess it wasn't God's plan. He had different plans for me. Because if I tried to take myself out, got shot, somebody tried to take me out. And I'm still here.
Come on, God.
And all these other people, they got shot one time, they gone.
Right.
So I'm like, why am I here?
Right.
And it was just one thing after another. It just, depression is real.
Right.
That's why I think a lot of young kids take Percocets because they take it as Viagra too. But little do they know. Nah, for real, little do they know over a time period, it's you're gonna feel like you need that now.
Right,
and that's gonna lead to depression because opiate is called an opioid. Opiate opened the opiate receptor in your brain. That's the toxin that release in your brain when you say you have an orgasm, bust a nut for fellas, or you get a Christmas present, you feel happy.
Right.
So that's what it opens in your brain. So now when you take these pills, you feel happy.
Right.
And then over a long period of time, when that opiate receptor is always open, now you feel like you need it to be happy. Now you're depressed when it's closed, instead of feeling normal. Right. And that used to be me, man. I used to
most definitely.
I used to make every day I woke up, I spent $80 just to wake up. Every day. I'm talking about since 2018, I never missed a day.
Right.
To this year.
Most definitely. Hey, well, I salute you on that. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna get a mic over to King. You know what I'm saying? So he can.
Oh yeah, King is my dog too.
Yeah.
One of these 5%ers in here.
Yeah, we chilling
definitely.
in the cut. Yeah, we
know.
chilling in the cut.
For sure. You know, when it comes down to like like some of the things that you had to overcome. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah. I'm only gonna make this specified for all my Baltimore niggas because y'all take this hella serious.
Be
so
more.
Yeah. So where I'm from West Baltimore. Now where I'm from is from Liberty Road and Old Mill. That's where my grandmother stayed. Now my mother stayed in Randallstown. She grew up in Randallstown. That's one of the class rings I got on now. So my grandmother stayed in we grew up in Randallstown, but my mother went to Woodlawn High School. So that's West Baltimore, but it's considered the county as far as Randallstown and Woodlawn. My grandmother lived in Lochern. Lochern would be like a college park to inner city Atlanta.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's still Atlanta, but it's not like the inner city type shit.
Right. Most
so
definitely.
like we was a hop, skipping a jump from Mondawmin. Shout out to all my niggas that used to shop at Mondawmin Mall still there and shit. My grandmother got robbed over there.
Your grandma got robbed where?
We ain't even gonna glorify
Who's that?
Yeah, Mondawmin.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. And shout out to my grandmother because that's what I want to allude to for real. Like, I was the youngest of 6 grandkids, and I was protected a lot of the times. Like, I really wasn't that kid that like, oh, I grew up in the streets. I chose to be in the streets when that moment came. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, I was sheltered as hell.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, they tried to look out for me. Shout out to my Uncle Judy. I was terrified of him. Man, when yo had these big ass, like, gorilla type hands, big ass fingers, and yo would cuff your whole, you got the little hook in the back of your head, yo would cuff your shit, slap you. Once you had the fresh haircut, fresh cut, pow, catch your old shit. So, I was real, like, scared of him. And then my mom, my father got killed when I was younger. I think I was like 2 or some shit. He got shot. But, so not having that male influence kind of, I ain't even gonna say it fuck with me.
Right.
I used to act like it didn't. And then I got older and then it was like, nah, this is fucking with you. So fast forward. So let me tell you this one story. Boom, boom, boom. So this what hit me. I was in 2nd grade. Shout out. Nah, I ain't gonna shout that bitch out. I was in 2nd grade.
Right.
And I had this teacher. So we was in class and it was this student. And the teacher, we going around, is like one of the beginning days of school, so everybody asking like, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be? Right. So they get to this one kid, he was sitting next to me, and he stood up, and he was like, I want to be a gang member. So I'm sitting there looking to him, like, what the hell? Like,
right.
Man, what do you mean a gang member? Like, what's up with this kid? What the hell he got going on?
Right.
Mind you, I'm the shelter kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm outside now I had an older cousin. Shout out to you, Mikey. I had an older cousin who was 8 years older than me.
Right.
That's a big gap. So I'm listening. I'm listening to DMX. I'm listening to Wu-Tang. I'm listening to all this stuff at like 5,
Right.
4, 6. Like, so, and it started to register to me. So that's the stuff that I'm saying. Most of my stuff was influenced by outside stuff. It wasn't like I was in the house where people was cooking up
Most
crack
definitely.
and that wasn't my situation for the most part. They kept me away from it, but I liked being outside because I admired my older cousin.
Right.
So again, these are things that when I was younger, I didn't understand what was going on at the moment. All I did was be a fucking kid. Right? And as a kid, what do? You react off emotion. Most of the time. You don't. It's not until you get older and you start to decipher these situations, you start to realize mommy is a person.
Right.
Daddy is a person.
Most definitely.
Uncle such and such is a person. Fuck uncle. Fuck the title.
Right.
They're a person.
Right.
Who was that person at its core? And before I came into this world, who was that person? What do people say about them? So when you get older, you start to develop a connectivity and start to find out all of those things encompasses who you are.
Right.
Because that's what you are around. You're a product of your environment.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So with me wanting to be a part of the dumb shit that I would call it.
Right.
I got older. I got into my fair share of little shit. We ain't gonna glorify it, but now I had my little woo-wah whips with the law and whatever. But nothing grand. But the first time I did get locked up, the person who came to get me was a nigga I was working for 4 months. The person that came to get me out of jail was someone I was working for 4 months.
So your family then?
What you say?
Your family then?
What you say? You heard me.
That's how it be though. Like, I got locked up. My first time getting locked up, my cousin actually locked me up in high school. She was a sheriff. She actually locked me up. My grandma like, who? You know how grandma called her, they mama name first.
Right.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, wow.
So, but when I got out, I still didn't understand it. This the other trippy thing. No. Let me go back to my story because I don't want to jog on y'all. 2nd grade, the dude James, he said he wanted to be in the gang. We went to art class. You know, when you're in elementary school, you damn near got all the same classes with everybody. You in math together, you in art together, gym together, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
By the time we got to art, he stood up and the teacher asked him what he wanted to be. He said a construction worker. Now, we talked in between that. At that moment, I felt like, oh, shit, I changed his mind. Mind you, the year before then, I convinced 80% of my bus to throw their book bags off the goddamn bus.
What?
Bro.
When I was in 1st grade, my mother can verify this story, everybody.
Right.
When I was in 1st grade, I convinced majority of the bus, probably about 80% of the bus, to throw their book bags off the bus on the middle of Liberty Road. Do y'all know what Terra Boulevard is? And Liberty Road is like Terra Boulevard. It goes from East Baltimore to West Baltimore to the county, city. It goes through all of that.
So the bus driver stopped the bus though, right?
Hell no, he ain't stopped that bus. That's why I told him to throw the book bags. So I knew he wasn't gonna stop that motherfucker in the middle of Liberty Road.
But
I said,
y'all
yo, we ain't gonna have to do no homework. He's not gonna stop it. That was my logic.
This city bus?
The school bus.
Oh man.
I told the nigga on the school bus, I told everybody, I said, yo, on the count of 3, we gonna throw these book bags off the bus. I swear to God, you start seeing that little click, 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 click. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. They start throwing that shit up out of there.
Man.
I got my ass beat. You hear me?
Oh man.
It was rough out there, but I'm saying all that. I did stuff on my own.
Right.
It wasn't like it was forced upon me. And my grandmother was one of those people who was real strict on education. She was real strict on enunciation.
Right.
I don't give a fuck that we live in this area. I don't give a fuck. You're not your environment.
Right.
Speak. Yo, my grandmother used to go over every vocabulary test with me.
So your grandma was kind of like the positive influence in your life.
I love you, Ma. My mother gave birth to me, but listen to me. Doris Louise West. She that one.
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So did you ever have anybody like that in your life that was like that
Man,
one positive person?
I remember one time in the hood, I had went to the hood next to mine, which we all was the same hood, but you know how you fight your people growing up.
Right.
Man, this dude done blacked my eye. I done went back to the house. I got a number of women I got males too, but it was a lot of women that day.
Right.
Man, these folks, my mama, aunties, they grown. I'm finding kids my age.
Right.
But we went out there 30 deep. I hop out with nothing but women. Ready to go. Sticks, broom, knife, everything.
Right.
Like ready to go. So most of the people in my family I was brought up in church. So most of them are Christians. I was the one that was running. Like, yeah, I believe in God, but all right. I talked to him when I
ran from it.
Yeah, I did run from it. But I feel like everything happened for a reason. Like all love was destined. Like it's divine.
Totally.
Right.
Like it was purpose. Because have I not went through that, then if you don't fail, then when you do fail, you won't know how to pick yourself up. And you don't want to fail too late in life. You want to fail early so you can learn from your mistakes. So
listen, God, I appreciate that. He be alley-ooping that. I don't mean to cut your wisdom,
Nah,
God.
go.
Right.
You know how we do it. We on the forklift right now.
We rolling now. Oh, we rolling now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but for everybody out there, especially for my youth out there, when y'all be trying to say shit like, I don't take no L's, ain't no way you gonna become a man, my nigga, if you saying you don't take no L's. You gotta take a L. You can't tell me especially all my athletes, if you've ever played football, basketball, baseball, soccer, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, I don't give a fuck. If you've done anything in the athletic type of atmosphere, you are going to essentially take a loss somewhere. You're going to lose in practice. You're going to lose a fucking sparring match. You're going to lose your 3-on-3s, your 5-on-5s, your 1-on-B1s. You're going to lose that. You're going to take a L playing your fucking 2Ks.
Right.
Like, stop with the games. Right. You're going to take a L. It's how your dumb ass bounce back from that L.
Right.
That's where the fact you niggas be fragile and you can't bounce back from that because you so broken down. You don't know how to piece that shit back together.
Right.
You niggas is made out of Elmas, not that gorilla shit. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yup. Keep going, girl.
I feel like the now times, like it's so much in the food. Like people, I heard somebody, I ain't got nothing against gay people, but I heard somebody say I was born gay. Like, how was you born gay? God didn't make you gay.
Right.
But I feel like what's in the food now, some people do be short of hormones. So you might be a little feminine or how you was raised up, but everybody, like he was saying, everybody ain't cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, I believe it's your circle, man. I believe like it's the people that's around you, and you guys are far in between. You know what I'm saying? Y'all a different breed of people, and both of y'all know it.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? You don't find good men with character who's been through things. Like everything that you go through. You know what I'm saying? The goods, the bads, like you said, taking the L's and things of that nature, you guys have learned from. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have grown from. You feel me? So when you talk to somebody, you can speak their language on whatever it is that they talking about. You know what I'm saying? You can speak their language and talk to them and get through them. But what you decide to do with it and where you decide to direct them, you can be a person that you have never had in your life. You feel me? You know what I mean? So like when it comes down to y'all purpose and what you guys are trying to do, I know, but the people may not know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and tell the people like what is your big dream? What's your big vision? What do you want to do for the community or the people around you guys?
You take off, I took off.
Oh, all right, cool. Mine is definitely the impact of youth.
Right.
Again, shout out to my guy Reggie Cab, Coolio Campbell. I ain't gonna get into all of his story because his story is his story.
Right.
But our story is our story. You see what I'm saying? So he helped a lot of the development of raising me.
Right.
He was one of the ones that helped me realize, nigga, you ain't no thug. You just from a real place and you know how to fight.
Right.
And let me make this known to people to clear shit up. If you ask a southern motherfucker or let's even say a Latino, whatever, like, hey, you ever played baseball? You ever played football? 9 times out of 10, that person in the South is going to say, yeah, it's been one point I played pee-wee football. Yeah, I played baseball before.
Right.
If you ask a motherfucker from Baltimore, Maryland, have you boxed or played basketball? 9 times out of 10, one of them niggas gonna say, yeah, I don't care if it's the fat, dorky nigga with glasses. I don't care if it's the skinny nerd nigga with glasses. Somebody done hit a speed bag, a heavy bag, something along the way. They done shadow box, slap box. That's just a part of the culture.
Right.
And it took for him to let me know, nigga, you ain't no thug.
Right.
You just a nigga that can fight. That's from a place that's rough.
Right.
But you really got a good heart.
Right.
So for me, my purpose is to be able to instill that same thing, because a lot of these people, as I just said, the streets is tricking us, making motherfuckers say they can't take no L's.
Right.
How many of your toughest niggas you seen out here that said that same shit in their rap songs is out here taking hella L's?
A lot of them.
Damn near everyone you can name.
Sure. Every day.
And how many of them ones that they calling corny, how many of them is taking L's?
Right.
The J. Cole's, the Kendricks. How many L's is they taking other than just your little bullshit propaganda? Propaganda.
That's a great point.
Y'all call them boring, but yet they the niggas that's not claiming to be outside.
Right.
But rest in peace to everybody. I'm not gonna specify no names because it's love for all of those people.
Right.
I love music, but we all know the people that's been taken from us in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Hella rappers. Like we thought we grew up in the era where Pac and Biggie was just some big shit,
Right.
and we getting a Pac and Biggie every other week.
Right.
Every other weekend. Like, come on, yo.
Right.
Chicago, shout out to my people. They getting fucking 300 something bodies, 100 something bodies in weekend. Not 300. That was exaggerated for the weekend,
right.
but I know it was one weekend. It was like 60 something,
Right.
or something like that. It was like the 4th of July. Or something. I don't
world
want to
period.
misappropriate.
Right.
Shout out to all my people. I don't want no smoke, Chicago. I don't want to misappropriate none of y'all information. But you know what I'm saying. So I just know like places like that, and again places like Baltimore should be real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be here to be for the youth. I want to be able to build a basketball court in Locust Grove. That's the first place that I moved to when I moved to Georgia. I fucking hated it, but I can turn that and make it to a positive.
Right.
I don't because it ain't no basketball courts around there.
Right.
But it's a bunch of football fields. It's a bunch of baseball fields.
Right.
I don't see no signs over there that say no touchdowns allowed, no 70-yard runs, no home runs, no sliding in the dirt. But you put a basketball hoop up, you got no profanity, no dunking. You got all these fucking rules and stipulations for these kids to play ball. I want my kids to be able to play ball. My fault.
And
I ain't mean to
safe.
bang on y'all shit.
Right,
My
right.
fault.
He get a little passionate.
Yeah, I get a little
For
razzle dazzle. But that's my thing for the kids. Like shout out to the Georgia Excel. We're no longer, and I'm gonna wrap it up after this.
Right.
And shout out to Coach Dave. We was able to take a team. Me being from Baltimore, Coach Dave is from Harlem, New York. We was able to come together and get a group of kids in Henry County and go to Charlotte, North Carolina and play against everybody in the nation and come in number 2. We lost the Team Loaded coming out of Virginia. They were sponsored by Adidas that year,
That's what's up.
2016, I think. Touch like biggest moment of my life. So that showed me no matter where you go, you can take these kids and be able to have some type of impact on them.
right.
So
Most definitely.
that's no question, God.
Most definitely. All
So
right.
that's my biggest thing, to be able to give back
Right.
to the youth and then be able to
Most definitely.
make my voice heard.
My question is, when it comes down to the youth, like why what is it about the youth that you feel like you can impact them as much? You know what I'm saying? What is it about the youth? Matter of fact, look, man, we ain't even really got the time.
Man, listen, if
You
it
know
come
what I'm
down to the
saying?
youth, I use every little bit of second that I got. But Larry, before I end up taking over that little second, let me shout out my beautiful queen and her band, A Touch of Magic Band. You heard me? We be performing, or they be performing multiple places throughout the city of Atlanta.
Right.
They travel around, stay mostly local, because we got the new Lil Youngin. But definitely shout out to her band. If y'all get the chance, y'all go follow them on Instagram. And shout out to you, baby. Love you. But as far as the youth, you just gotta be here, and I'm just want to be vulnerable and authentic. Like niggas be talking about they don't be scared. You shitting me? The reason you walk around with that gun the way you do is because something happened. Don't tell me you ain't had no big cousin, no god brother, no bully on the block, no bully at school, no nothing. Don't tell me your whole life from you was 2 years old, 3 years old, you never been scared of nothing. Nigga, fear is a natural human feeling. You learn in psychology, you have fight or flight mode. Animals have that shit. I don't give a fuck what you are. You have fight or flight mode. So if you're backed into a corner, you're only left with those two decisions: fight or flight, run or fight. It's sometimes you've been wanting to run, and I don't give a fuck. You listen to some of them takes from some of the most gangster niggas you done seen. They gonna tell you about the situation. Man, we was in the party, cuz, and them niggas came around here. It was like 40 of them niggas, cuz. We had to get up out of there. But on the other end, you gonna say you was never scared.
Most definitely.
I thought you was never scared, bro. We can't move the goalpost. So I'm just the nigga to be like, yup, I was fucking scared. That's why I walk around with the blicky. That's why I don't walk around with the blicky.
Right. All right, so listen. I appreciate you for sharing that, man.
I don't like that false
when it comes down to you, Cho, you know what I'm saying? What are some of the things that you're planning on doing with the community? And
I feel like I just want people to be themselves. You don't never got to follow nobody. Because I was always myself. You can add any of my homeboy. I'm crippin' for Christ. It big 8 Deuce Trey over here. Right. Shout out RIP Pop Smoke. Shout out Fabi. Right. But my boy Ghost. I feel like if you gonna be in a gang, at least edify your gang. Lift them up, like cultivate. Like, don't be, we just saw somebody get beat up. We gonna go. What you gonna? How much money make you? How much money you get paid for fight? Now you just put yourself in a situation, which was me, but I learned from that. So now that I know better, you do better. Like the Bible said, a fool in his gold will depart. Right. So if you get some gold and you know you're a fool, what should you do? You should change that so you're not a fool. Right. So are you gonna depart from your money? You're not gonna keep it. Like me at one point. Right. Now I walk by faith and not by sight. Right. Faith is basically believing in something. You first you gotta have the courage to believe it and not even seen it yet. Like that's like, let me give you an example. All right. I believe that when I got in here, we just gonna throw a girl like that. Lauren London was gonna be in here. I know Lauren London ain't finna be in here. Right. I knew it's gonna be Matthew and King. Right. But if just me having that faith and I walked in and saw Lauren London, right, I probably faint. Cause like, wow. You feel me? So most kids, they be like, they gotta see stuff. Like they follow rappers. Right. They follow whatever cool is. Right. IG, social media. We had MySpace, Twitter, all that. But they follow a image. So basically what I was telling King, I'm like, bro, we got that image. Most definitely. They could follow us and follow purpose. Right. Most definitely. Like once you start, like God judge your heart, not your flesh, and not what you do. You're not your situation. I don't care if you robbing right now, you're a murderer. Right. When you bring your life to Christ, you are a new creature. Right. So that's why they changed their name. Like King was telling me at work, he was like, bro, if they call me up there and call me by my real name, I'm not going. They gotta call somebody else that know me. They gonna call me King. Me, catch me if you can. I'm the gingerbread man. You heard me. They better come catch me. I'm on that lip. I'm out of there. You heard me. Most definitely. So you're a new creature in Christ. So most definitely. I feel like, and then like when I grew up, it was like, he a child of God. He churchly, like they wore suits and everything. But we wasn't in the suits. We was in the dressing regular, comfortable. Right. You know what I mean? So we wasn't trying to listen to the old heads. But
I was.
Now, see, he on a different level than me.
I love. Shout out to all my old heads. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, God, but I just got to do that too. I love older people. Me too. I love older people, yo.
But we ain't like the way they was dressing.
Youngest of 6 grandkids, I ain't had no choice.
Right. Answer this.
So I was talking.
You like the way they was dressing when we was in high school? You would dress like
who? Like my granddad. Man, what? Shout out to my granddad and Uncle Boot. Y'all better stop playing with them. The flyest niggas, the flyest gods. I know we ain't even want to disrespect the gods like that, but man, what? I don't wear jewelry to stunt. I dress like this because I want to be like my granddad. My granddad about 90 years old. He is fly as shit. Right. What?
See, this is basically what we just did right here. Yeah. Like, he didn't try to follow what I was saying. He spoke from his heart and his belief. Right. That's basically what I want kids to do. And we still cool. Right. Well, I ain't gonna take nothing from him because he believe what he believe. Right. So, other kids, you don't gotta follow somebody else just because they got a Camaro I want to come out. No, nigga, go get a vet, go
Most
get a truck.
definitely.
It's a million other things out there.
Most definitely.
Just because this man, I respect him. He got a lot of knowledge.
Right.
But that don't mean I'm going to become a 5%er.
Right.
Because I done experienced God. Like, I done saw him move. Like,
Most definitely.
Like
y'all.
what?
So listen, team, yeah, we gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But before we do, we want to make sure that, you know, you guys let people know how to follow you guys. You know what I'm saying? What y'all got going on? Any last little words of wisdom? You could just go ahead and throw it in there.
Yeah, you can follow me on IG, Day for Day Cho, Day for Day Smack. Facebook, Day for Day Smack. My Cash App, if y'all want to send me some paper. Nah, for real. I don't know though. It might be perfect. It might be meant.
Maybe.
You dig. But if you really want to get in touch with me, you call my number. What's my text out number? Look, she over there like, yeah, nigga, do it if you want to. But hey, another thing before we go. When I met this man, he was telling me like, yeah, I'm with my girl. I got this, that going on,
right.
so we together. I looked at this man like, dang, bro. You know how many men or kids be want to have hoes, thoughts, this and that, but that's not the wave. That's not the new. Standing out is the new wave now.
Right.
Being different is the new normal.
Right.
But yeah, y'all can follow me. Whatever. We got. This is just part 1. We coming back with part 2.
For sure.
Definitely. We got a lot to talk about.
For sure.
Y'all can reach me on IG at The Real King Premium. That's TheRealKxngPremium. Real King Premium. Y'all can find me on YouTube. Preem's Podium, PREME''S Podium, PODIUM. Y'all can find me on Twitter at King Premium, TikTok King Premium. And yeah, my TikTok got a little active thing. I'll be trying to do that. Hey, if there's any people out there that got some type of cartoon idea and y'all want a cartoon voiceover on like some Baby Kids Part 2 type shit, please holler at me. This voice is made for the radio, so y'all just go ahead and tap in how you need to tap in when you need to tap in.
Oh, you got to do it now, bro. You can't. What voices you do?
Man,
Facts.
I want to be something like Lil Pee Wee. Give me the little badass baby so he can have a deep ass voice again. Shout out to my man. What's my man that did it before? Tone Loc. Yeah, shout out to Tone Loc that did the first Pee Wee and Bebe's kids. But yeah, I want to be one of the little badass kids in diapers still.
Right.
Just like a deep ass voice.
Deep ass voice.
Yeah, hell yeah, just causing all type of ruckus and shit
For
like
sure.
that. So yeah, shout out to that and thank you. Thank
most
U42.
definitely, for sure.
Is that right? U42? Yeah, U42. Shout out to Agent Matthew. Shout out to every platform that's allowed us to be able to expand this knowledge and be able to divulge this wisdom upon y'all and be able to just grasp understanding. You see what I'm saying? So
Did you explain the numbers to him before we go?
Wait,
that's too deep. We got
that's too deep. We gotta come back on that one.
All right, I'm gonna end it. Hold on, Matthew. My bad. I'm gonna end it with a little freestyle. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about your weaponry. I know my God protecting me. They was second guessing me. They ain't even seen the best of me. Like, why he keep on blessing me? I ain't worried about the opposition. We flourish in competition. BlackHollywood, we gonna keep coming back like a repetition. You know what I mean? I call the Holy Ghost if I need assistance. I'm gonna order all my steps.
Yeah,
that's
I chase purple, not wealth.
Holy Ghost if I need assistance.
Yeah, man. So you know what's going on.
Listen, y'all done heard it, man. It's your boy Agent Matthews. This is another episode of BlackHollywood. The moral of the story is, man, be authentic, be yourself. No matter what you go through, you know what I'm saying? It makes you a better person if you just push through it. Take your L's and then take your wins after. You feel me?
Ice up, baby.
We out of here.
Facts. We out.
Yeah.
For sure.